right? But
Yeah.
they are so much easier to break that cycle in their head. And I wonder if you had any thoughts on that, working with both of those folks. Is it just because professionals have been so jaded and it's endemic to them that they are their time is what is of value? That why they can't break that cycle?
Yeah, and I think that that's the people who are uh, leading those companies right now came up under the mindset that you just described. So I always I found younger leaders uh, to be more curious about the topic, but also, um, man, think about all the operations that run on the billable hour. Um, and I've definitely more. I think more of the resistance to alternative fee arrangements that I have seen has come from internal than it has from external. Right? We often like the client is asking for it, but we can't do it because we don't know how to account for it or know if it's profitable or whatever. But yeah, I think the probably the less that you've been brought up in it, and um, you know, if it was really hard to convince accountants to try something new.
I think there's twofold, like a double whammy in a sense. One is that for a long time they prided themselves on, I billed 2,500 hours last year. Like that was how they, in a sense, sense their own worth was
Yeah,
was through this. So if you're telling them, well, it'd be great if you could only bill 200 hours, but the 200 hours are at 100 times your rate, like
yeah,
or 100 times the value of that, right?
yeah,
It's hard to get past that. But I will say this: part of the challenge that I've found in working with accountants, especially the larger firms, is that oftentimes the people that they are servicing used to work either for that firm, or another firm, and they're
yeah.
like, wait a minute, you're not billing on hours anymore, but that's how you always did it.
Right, right. Yeah, and certainly in auditing at PwC, we saw that. Most chief accountants are from the Big Four, and that's what they know, and that's what they want.